here after a long while. I'm happy to be back here. You're welcome. Welcome. It's good to see you. This is William Ross, and if you are just joining us, just do well to like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. All right. Like, share, and subscribe to life. You're most welcome. It's good to have you here. I'm excited to have you here. I want to hear from you in the chat session. So you're live here with me. Just drop a comment in the chat session and let me know where you are watching from. It's good to have you here today. Alright. It's good to have you here today. How many of us are excited to be here? It's good to have you here today. It's good to have you here today. Alright. Yeah, waiting for your comments, waiting for you guys to join. It's good to have you here. Alright. Alright. Who's here today? Who's here? Let me see you. Let me hear from you in the chat session. All right. It's good to have you guys here today. Okay. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Who's joining in? Who's talking with me today? I want to hear from you, and I want to talk to you today. All right. Ooh. Yes, you can join me. You're welcome. Like, share, and subscribe. This is just for you. All right. Like, share, and subscribe. It's good to have you here today. Oh, Ambots, how are you doing? Good to have you here. All right, it's good to have you guys here today. What's up? Let me know where you're watching from, and let me know what you want to talk about today. All right, just talk to me. I'm here to talk with you. All right, so just drop a like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe to the channel if you've not done so. All right, yes, just sub. If you've not done so, let me see you. Drop a like, all right. Ambots, are you from? You said you are from Pakistan. Oh, that's good to know. That's good to hear. All right, it's good to have you here. Yeah, what would you want us to talk about today? All right, what's your particular interests? Okay, what would you want us to talk about? It's good to have you here, and it's amazing. All right, you are asking where I'm from. Of course, I'm from Nigeria. I'm William Ross from Nigeria, and it's good to have you here on the live stream. Okay, it's amazing to have you here. All right. Let's get into the business of the day. Okay. Yes, I want more likes. Before we start today, I want more likes. Drop more likes. Drop more likes. And if you're not yet subscribed, if you've not yet subscribed to the channel, subscribe now. All right, so you don't miss out on our sessions. Yeah, before we dive into the business of today, I want to see more likes. I want to see at least 5 likes already. Yeah, Domingo, you are welcome. Hi, how you doing? What's up? What's good at your end? All right. It's good to have you on the live stream today, Domingo. Yeah, it's good to have you, Domingo. So I want to see more likes. Drop a like, share the live if possible, and then subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel, all right. I want to see more likes and we continue. Ah, that's great. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm doing well. I'm doing well, Domingo. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. All right. Good to have you here. What would you want us to talk about? Do you have any particular interest, in any topic whatsoever? An area of concern, an area where you are burdened, an area where you feel you have questions or whatsoever. You are free to communicate. You are free to communicate. All right. Let me hear from you guys right on the chat session, okay? I need more likes, all right? Drop more likes. Let me know where you're watching from, and let me see you also subscribe to the channel. Of course, I'm not Japanese, Franklin. Franklin, it's good to have you on the live stream. How are you doing? Of course, I'm not Japanese. I'm not Japanese, all right? Yeah. Well, why do you ask, by the way? Franklin, why do you ask if I'm Japanese? Do I look like a Japanese? Of course, I don't look like a Japanese. So I wonder why you were asking. But it's good to have you on the live stream, all right? I want more likes so that we can dive into the business of the day. More likes, more likes. I want to see up to at least, I want to see more likes, okay? I want to see more likes. Oscar, it's good to have you. What's up, brother? Where are you watching from, Oscar? Franklin. Really, Franklin, you said I look like Japanese. I'm surprised you're saying so. How do I look like a Japanese? Okay, if you say so, well, if you say so. But I don't think I look like a Japanese. But if you say so, that's fine. All right, I'm not Japanese. It's good to hear from you, Franklin. Oscar, what's up? Okay, Domingo, you asked a question. You say, who do you think is going to win the NBA championship? Ah, do I look like do I look like a fortune teller or something? All right. Well, the NBA championship, I may not have ideas as to who is going to win it, right? But what do you think? So let me redirect the question to you. It must be something you are well familiar with. Of course, I know the NBA championship, but I guess you are well familiar with it and you know the team to beat, right? You know the teams who are favored or who are most likely to win it. So, which teams do you feel are most likely to win the NBA championship, right? Oh, thank you, Oscar. Oscar says he loves my hairstyle. That's good. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks for the compliment. It's good to hear from you, Oscar. I need more likes. I need more likes, and I want to see you subscribe to the channel if you've not done so. Yes, Bo Avlis. Bo Avlis. Sorry if I don't pronounce that well. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Are you calling me Toby? Anyway, Bo Avlis said, "Hey Toby, what's good? I'm good. I'm good. I'm excellent. I'm doing well right here." Franklin, oh, thank you for your good compliments, Franklin. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for that compliment. It's good to have you here on the live stream. All right, more questions, please. You guys want us to talk about something from finances to relationships to business to career to politics to religion, spirituality. Let me know. Let me know what you guys want us to talk about, all right? Let me know. You have questions surrounding religion, spirituality, finances, business, relationships. All right, let me know. I was in a meeting yesterday and something struck me. Our tutor, the person who was training, it's more like a master class. So he said something that struck me. He said, if you know what I know, you'd make what I make. In other words, if you know what I know, you'll be able to earn the way I earn. And that struck me. Of course, it's something I'm familiar with. Of course, I know that if I want to scale up in my finances, I just need to go for knowledge, right? I just need to go for applicable knowledge, not just any knowledge. Knowledge that is profitable and that can be applied. Many people used to say knowledge is power, knowledge is power. It's true that knowledge is power, but the real power behind knowledge is the fact that you apply what you know. So applied knowledge is the real power. Applied knowledge is the real power. You can just be stuffing your head with information and it may not profit you if you do not apply it and if it's not information that is valuable, right? So applied knowledge is the real power. So yeah, Franklin, you're asking what's in my fridge. What a question. What a question. Anyway, thank you, thank you. Thank you. It's good to have you guys here on the live stream. It's good to have you. If you're not yet subscribed, drop a like, subscribe to the channel. All right. It's good to have you guys here. It's good to have you guys here. Okay. It's good to have you guys here. All right. It's good to have you guys here. Okay. Yes. So yes, I need more convo. I need more conversations. Right. I need more conversations. Let me hear from you. Please storm the chat session. All right. Storm the chat session. Storm the chat session. I want to hear more from you guys. Storm the chat session. Okay. Storm the chat session. Storm the chats. I want to hear more from you guys. All right. All right. Who is here with me? What do I like about women? Of course, first of all, um, I don't want to be nuanced in that. What do I like about women? There's a lot I like about women. First of all, women are God's creatures, right? And women are human beings just like us. I believe that um, genders, that's male and female gender, they were created to complement each other. So there are characteristics of the male gender, for instance, that may not be found in the female gender, and there are characteristics of the female gender that may not be found in the male gender, right? Vice versa, whatever the case. So the genders were created to complement each other. So one thing I would say I like about the male gender is their ability to don't 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 be surprised when I say this. One thing I like about the female gender, rather, the female gender, right, women, is their ability to multiply. Now, you may not agree with me, but a woman who is knowledgeable, a woman who's got values, a woman who understands herself and understands her purpose would have the ability to multiply. Yes. Women who understand themselves, because some women are confused. Some women are outrightly confused. They don't even know their purpose in life. But a woman who has discovered herself, who understands herself to a great deal, to a great extent, and has begun to figure out life in the right perspective, that woman would have the ability to multiply. So beyond the physical looks, of course, there is a thing of the physical looks, the outward appearance, and all of that. But beyond the physical looks of a woman, beyond the outward appearance, there are inner qualities and characters that distinguishes her, that makes her stand out, and that makes her contribute to a society of both genders, right? So, their qualities. They said too many transformers. Please, I want to know what you mean by transformers. I may not understand what you mean by transformers in this context. So what would you mean by transformers, frankly? So Domingo said, hey, what should I do? All the girls I know think I'm immature and I don't know how to change that. Now, one thing I should tell you, Domingo, thank you for that. Thank you for asking that. One thing I should tell you is that first of all, you are not living to please people and you are not growing, your growth should not be motivated by external factors. What I mean by that is that, of course, there are things people should do to you, there are things people can challenge you. There are ways people can challenge you to grow, but your growth primarily is not because of what somebody says or does not say. Your growth primarily is based on the fact that you have discovered that you should become more valuable. The primary motivation of growth for you should not be others, it should be you. So you should constantly motivate yourself to grow, whether people talk about you or do not. So, irrespective of the part that people feel you are immature or not, you should examine yourself, in reflection, examine yourself. What in what ways can I become more valuable? In what ways can I become more impactful? When you begin to live for impact, when you begin to live purposefully, when you begin to seek for, legit ways to increase your value in creation, to increase your value, then you begin to experience greater levels of growth that are undeniable. People around you will not be able to deny the fact that you are truly growing and making progress. So if girls around you or people around you think you are immature and you don't know how to change that, the way to change that is simply to grow. Yes, if you grow, they'll be struggling to catch up with you. Yeah. The people who once criticized you, if you truly grow, if you make up your mind to grow, they'll be struggling to catch up with you. Yeah, what you owe them is growth. So how you can change the fact that they are saying you are immature is simply to grow in knowledge, grow in wisdom, and all of that. Okay, so that's Franklin. It seems I don't understand some of your terms. How come you're asking if I have a warranty on my fridge? Like, is it literal fridge or is it a byword for something? Is it a word that denotes something? If it's literal fridge, I'm surprised you're asking if I have a warranty on my fridge. All right, so Domingo, that's for that. I'll still say some things, regarding your question, right? So one thing about growth is that I've discovered that your growth does not only profit you, but it profits people around you. So when you don't grow, you are not just doing yourself a disservice, you are also doing people around you a disservice. Imagine when you grow spiritually, financially, in your business, in your career. Imagine the level of impact you would make in the world around you, in the society around you. So it is not just you that will profit from your growth. One thing that your growth will do to you to make you more comfortable. Your growth will make you more comfortable. Your growth will make you more focused on the things that matter. Your growth will make you more focused on the things that matter. It will reward you more. It will reward you financially. It will reward you with time. Because if you grow, you will be able to have more time for yourself. Yes. And that's one thing I love achieving with growth. Because if I grow, I'm able to buy time to focus on more purposeful things, to focus on the things that really matter. Because many of us, the things we do to earn a living, the things we do to get income, they are not really, some of us are not really doing the things that we are currently doing to earn a living. They are not really things that we have passion for, or they may not really be our primary assignment or our primary purpose in life. So I believe that if you grow, you can buy more time for yourself to be able to do the things that really matter. Yeah, you can be able to do the things that really matter. All right, you can be able to do the things that really matter. So, Domingo, I believe that if you begin to experience greater levels of growth, you will not just do yourself good, but you do the people around you good. I have seen in so beautiful ways, I've seen in many ways, in beautiful ways, how that my growth positively affected people around me. Either my financial growth, spiritual growth, my business or career growth, my character growth in character development, character development, becoming better in my character, better in my manners, my attitude. It positively affected people around me. So you do not just owe yourself growth. Your growth, you when you grow, you are not just doing yourself a favor, you are also doing others around you a favor, because as you grow, you would also help others, to attain that same level of growth. You don't want to be stingy, right? You also want to make impact in the lives of people, right? You don't just want to grow and you are leaving people around you, by the side. You are leaving them out of growth. You don't want to see them make progress. You want to be that kind of a person that is not just selfish. You are not just selfish. You are not just self-centered, but as you are growing, you are also bringing. There's a word that is very common. There's a statement or a wise saying that is common. We rise by lifting others. Yeah, I believe in that as well. I also believe in that. So your growth should not just be self-centered. As you grow, you also have society in view. You also have your immediate community in view, the people around you in view, such that as you grow, you are making a positive impact on your immediate environment. You are making a positive impact on society, right? So your growth will not just do you good, it will also do people around you great good. Yes, your growth will do people around you great good. So you owe yourself you owe yourself you owe yourself every you owe yourself every privilege and every opportunity to grow. Yes. And I've said it in previous live streams before. I've said it that nobody should be more passionate about your growth than yourself. I understand where people are well meaning and they can push you to grow, they can encourage you, they can motivate you, but you should be your biggest motivation. Yes. You should be your biggest motivation. Nothing should motivate you more than your own personal drive and push to experience growth. You should be your biggest motivation. Yeah. Of course, there are ways you can get motivation from external sources, right? But you should be your biggest motivation, okay? So, Domingo, are you still here? Are you still here? Have I in any way, at least, have I in any way answered your question? Have I in any way answered your question, Domingo? And do you still have further questions? Probably an area that you feel I've not touched. Do you still have further questions in that regard? I want to hear from you, Domingo. I want to hear from you. Domingo, I have a question for you. You have asked a question, and if you are still here, I have a question for you. What is your perspective on spirituality? We're talking about growth, and I believe that growth is holistic. There's spiritual growth, financial growth, career, or business growth, relationships growth. I believe that you should also grow. You should also grow in your relationships, right? You should also grow in your relationships because relationship is currency. Relationship is currency. A wise man once said that everything money can buy, a good relationship can buy it, and it's true. Everything money can buy, a good relationship can buy. So relationship is currency as well. There are doors that good relationships can open up for you. So relationship is currency. So I believe that growth should be holistic. It should be all round. Growth should not just be lopsided. You should be experiencing growth in every aspect of your life. You should be experiencing growth in all ramifications. All right. So Domingo, if you are still here, what is your perspective on spirituality as it has to do with growth? What's your perspective on spirituality? And any other person, this question is not just directed to Domingo, but any other person who is currently on the live stream. What's your perspective on spirituality? I want to hear from you. Okay, I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Please, someone should talk to me in the chat session, all right? Someone should talk to me. Let me hear from you, okay? I'm waiting for you guys. Who is here with me? I'm waiting for you. All right. I'm waiting. Any more questions? All right. If you are just joining in, do well to drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you've not done so. All right. Drop a like and subscribe to the channel. It's good to have you here. It's good to have you here. All right. It's good to have you here. Okay. It's good to have you here. Okay. Still waiting for you guys. Yes. Good. It's good for you to have opted in on this live. It's good to have you here. Just drop a like if you've not done so. Subscribe to the channel as well if you're not yet subscribed. All right. Okay. I asked the question previously, and if you're on the live, you can hear me. Just answer the question. What is your perspective on spirituality? Yes, that's our question for today on this live session. All right. So I'm throwing that question to everyone who is currently on the live. What is your perspective on spirituality? What is your perspective on spirituality? All right. We discuss around a lot of topics. We discuss around quite a broad range of topics. So today I'm asking a question. What's your perspective on spirituality? All right, Domingo, thank you for answering. Domingo said, my perspective is that growth is a great thing in many ways, especially in spirituality. You always to grow with the change that happens around you. Okay, what would spirituality mean for you? What would spirituality mean for you? Do you have any religious affiliations? Do you have any religious affiliations? And what do you understand by the word spirituality? What does it mean to be spiritual? Or what does spirituality mean for you as a person? Yeah. And would you have any religious affiliations as at yet? Are you currently affiliated to any religion? All right. I want to hear from you. All right. Remember, this is an open conversation and we are free to air our views. Um, Yes, freedom of speech here. You are free to air your views, and share your perspectives, whatever they are. Okay. So I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for you guys. Waiting for you guys. Thank you, Domino. Thank you so much for engaging. Thank you for engaging. It's been awesome. Thank you for engaging. All right. Thank you for engaging and all right communicating as much. It's been awesome talking with you. Okay. All right. So while you are answering my question, I believe you are typing. So while you are answering the question and every other person, the question is, what is your perspective on spirituality? What is your perspective? All right. And then I asked some further questions for Domingo. I believe you heard my further questions. What would spirituality mean for you? All right. Domingo said, I believe in God, but I praise him in a different way than others. Spiritually means is a way to praise the person or thing you believe in. All right, that's good. I believe in God as well, of course. I believe in God as well, of course, right? But you know, one thing I would say about spirituality is that we know there are several religions that exist currently in the world, right? But one thing, okay, thank you, Domingo. Yeah, um, praise the person or thing you believe in your own way. Yeah, thank you for that. One thing I would say about spirituality is that many a times spirituality has been boxed by religion. Now, religion is good, quite all right, but religion can be the hindrance to your spiritual growth. I would explain what I mean by that. Okay, I'm somebody who, of course, if you want to talk about religion, I have affiliations to Christianity as a religion, right? I am affiliated to Christianity as a religion, but I'm not just a religious person. I prefer to be called a spiritual person than a religious person. Do you know why? Because I know there are factions, there are sects, even in Christianity, that can hamper my growth as a spiritual being. Yes. So I'm not just one that just settles for empty religion, for this ritualistic religion. I'm somebody that is open to experience growth in every dimension. I'm somebody that is open to experience growth spiritually. And I don't want my religious affiliation to become the prison or to become the box that will tie me down from exploring greater levels of spirituality. I believe in Jesus Christ. Of course, I'm a Christian, right? I'm affiliated to Christianity. But I am not somebody who is merely religious. I'm not just a church goer. I'm not just a church goer. I'm not just somebody who, is just I'm not just every Tom, Dick, and Harry, that just does things without questioning them. I'm not somebody that just does things without. So I question things. I don't follow trends, right? I question things. I want to understand the why behind everything I'm doing. There are age-long practices, for instance, that I've come to meet. I don't just carry along with it. I question the why is this thing done? Why is this practice done? What is the purpose behind this practice? What is the purpose behind this practice? Why do Christians observe this? From scriptures, are there any backings to this practice, to this religious practice, or is it just traditional? Is it just an age-long tradition that has really never been questioned? So I don't want religion to be the box to my spirituality. I don't want religion to become the prison that will keep me down and limit me or hinder me from breaking into greater levels of spirituality. I hope you are getting me. So despite the fact that I have a religious affiliation, I also want to be careful to continue to set myself on the path of truth. You can look at my bio to see, to understand, the things we share here. So if you are just joining, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, all right? Now, on my bio, there's something I said. I said, no religion, no labels. What I mean by that is that irrespective of your religious affiliation, all right, Okay, Domingo, it's good to have you here all the while you were here. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, yes, we'll definitely say thank you so much. It's good to have you here. And hope you are subscribed already, Domingo. Hope you are subscribed. It's good to have you here. Thank you so much. We'll see some other time. All right. Thank you so much. I love you. God bless you. Thank you. It's good to have you here. All right. So back to what I was saying. I believe that one should not practice religion to the point that religion becomes a veil. It becomes a veil that will, all right, thank you, Domingo. Thank you. One love. All right. So I believe that one should not practice religion to the point that it becomes a veil or an obstacle to your spiritual growth. Your religious affiliation should not become an obstacle, it should not become a peg to your growth. That's why in the exploration of truth, we have a standard. If you're a believer in Christ Jesus, for instance, like I am, we have a standard. The standard is Christ, not any religious body or association, not any church denomination. The standard is Christ. So I believe that in your quest to attain greater levels of spirituality, don't allow the box of religion to hold you down. Don't allow the box of your denominational affiliation to hold you down. Don't allow the box of your religious sect or your religious faction to hold you down. All right. So I believe we should. We'll talk more on these things, of course. We'll talk more on these things on the path of truth. All right. So we have 30 minutes gone in this live session, and there's there's a practice I usually uphold, in our live streams. And the reason I do this is to publicly encourage the practice of meditation. So for the next 10 minutes, we are just going to meditate. And I believe in meditation. I believe in the power of meditation. I believe in how much we can achieve when we have times of reflection, times of sober reflection, times where we think and we exchange our thoughts with the thoughts of God, where we exchange our thoughts with a higher frequency. Of course, the higher frequency is the thoughts of God. The higher frequency in God is that frequency you are yet to come into. So in meditation, you can exchange your thoughts with the higher frequency of God's thoughts. All right. With meditation, you can tap into wisdom. With meditation, you can examine your life and take inventory of your life, and of course make adjustments so that you can make much more progress. So for the next 10 minutes, I'm just going to you know, be still, with my eyes shut. I'll increase the sound, and we're just going to spend the next 10 minutes to reflect, to meditate. All right. If you join in, I encourage you to also engage in that practice. I do this so that I can publicly encourage the private practice of meditation. So the reason I do this publicly is so that you can go and do this in your own private, in your own privacy, right? You can go and do that. You can have alone times, quiet times where you also meditate as well. Because meditation is one way too you can detox. Is one way you can detox and just experience that inner cleansing. Just become light in the spirit. Yeah. So I practice meditation publicly on my live streams so that I can encourage the private practice of meditation so that you can have your own quiet times, your alone times where you can also meditate. So for the next 10 minutes, we are just going to be calm and meditate. All right. I'm just going to be calm and meditate. All right. Okay. So you are free to join in. The next 10 minutes, I'm just going to be calm, shut my eyes, and we'll meditate. All right. All right, that was an amazing time. So we're going to bring this live stream to a close. It was good having you guys. Bringing this live to a close.